Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve, and today I'll be going over the Playmates Godzilla vs. Kong Battle Roar Godzilla. This guy's been hanging around in my collection for a little bit, but with me being sick, and then we had a little COVID scare, so we couldn't have contact, and Arnez hasn't been able to make it over, just decided just to try to get this review out. Because it's literally the only one we haven't reviewed yet. That we've already did a Hammer versus with this guy. Usually we at least try to get the reviews out before we go along smashing them. Which you can also see, just for some of you guys that aren't aware, we usually buy extras for whenever we do the Hammer stuff. So I bought two. Arnez could do it with whatever he wants with his, and then mine's meant to be sitting around the collection and used for comparisons and stuff. At least until I get bored and I decide to sell some things. But anyways, main reason I picked this up is just because it's Playmates Godzilla vs. Kong, so just trying to get everything that coming out for the line. And it's unique-ish for the Playmates figures. Not sure if I'm sold on the way it looks in the package currently, but we'll see how that is after the video. But anyways, without further ado, for the packaging, it's mostly the same as what we've gotten with a lot of the other Playmates ones, with the Godzilla Kong at the top with the title. This one has Monster Battle Sounds. Got the name here for the blockbuster movie Godzilla vs. Kong. Requires 3 button cell batteries, LR44s. You can try it here, but we'll get into that here in a few. Got the logo on the side here. Opposite side just tells you what the Kaiju is. On the back of the package, you get Godzilla and Kong kind of roaring at each other. Got the little description at the top there. And on the bottom, some legal bumbo jumbo and how to attach the tail. But anyways, let's get him open up out of its cardboard prison. Alright, so now that we got the Battle Roar Godzilla open up out of its cardboard prison, first and foremost, we're going to have to try to attach its tail. I'm hoping I don't have to use a hairdryer. Alright, that went actually decently well. Alright, so we got it on. First and foremost, I really don't like this guy's pose. Because he's kind of just looking at the sky. I guess it sort of recreated the scene of like when he's about to try to dig his way through the center of the earth with his beam. Where he's like looking in the sky and about to do his roar. And he's sort of charging up. But I think like in terms of play, I don't know how much fun your kids get to have like taking this and trying to smash their Kong into it, you know? Having the Kong right here like... You having fun yet? Rawr. Yeah, yeah. They can't even look each other in the eyes, you know? Doesn't really help to convey a conflict. Now, I guess you could probably... Oh, you know what? I was thinking maybe I could get his legs to kind of like come forward, but they only go so far. Oh, that's a bummer. Okay, well that kind of ruined my plan, so yeah. He has a gimmick. That's cool. You push this little button here. The fudge was that? I don't know about you guys. That didn't sound like Godzilla to me. Let's try that again. Maybe there's different sounds. Okay, well, it cuts short though. I'm gonna give that a 5 out of 10. I'm not a big fan that it cuts off the audio quick on the Godzilla part, and then I have no idea what that first part of the roar is. Because it's kind of, I guess, more like it's variety, I guess, because like he always doesn't he doesn't do the Godzilla roar every single time he roars, you know. Like there's like grunts and like the screeches and what have you, and then he has this roar. So I get why it's not the same exact roar for both of them. Which is, it's kind of jarring when you first hear it, especially when it's not like he does the roar. It's like rah, 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 rah. me, you know? And then why doesn't he light up? Like it's translucent back here, you'd think. God, I just really don't like that roar. At least for a Godzilla toy. I really don't like that roar. I get why he doesn't have the lights though, like for the price point, and it kind of makes a distraction, but just the way it's set up, it looks like it should have a light up feature. And I feel like I'm getting kind of ripped. Because for me, they probably could have just painted it this blue and kept it all one thing. Because it'd probably be cheaper, because then you wouldn't need the extra plastic to separate this. And then the color contrast here wouldn't be quite as jarring with the blues for the tail. Because again, I kind of like the way it looks down here, like the airbrushing on it's pretty solid. Granted, I can see the scuffing off over time, as you just saw a piece just kind of just come off. Which for play value, I can see probably being a little bit worse than this, because over time it's going to scuff up, and then kids might not want to play with it more once it's got noticeable damage to it. But for collector purposes, I think it having a more consistent color tone definitely would have been great. So either doing the same thing with the tail and just having it like translucent plastic and putting the black over top of it, and then you could add the blue spines, I think would have been great. Or, because the other thing too with the tail is it's so much blacker than the body. Like, I don't know if that's just me, but it's definitely a lot darker than the rest of the body. And I think that mainly has to do with the dry, like this has a dry brush over top of it, the tail does not. So you get a little bit of that gray, like you especially see it on the head here. And on the top section here. And you don't get that with the lower section there. So, like the color contrast between different sections of this kaiju is kind of off-putting for me anyways. But anyways, head sculpt looks like the 2021 Godzilla. His eyes got blue, got a little bit pupils. They're pretty well centered from what I can tell. Inside the mouth's painted. Sorta anyways. At least the teeth of the tongue. On the front here you get some screw holes with the lines for the sound box. You get the battery compartment here. Feet, not too shabby. Get some copyright information on the bottom. Arms, got a bit of a weird little curl. Because, to be honest, he would look kind of cool like this. Like, especially if you could kind of put him forward. Because this kind of reminds me of like he's scrambling towards Kong at the end for like that third fight that they had. And I guess that's kind of what you could do with them. Pose them like this. Oh, that's what you could do. Hold on a sec. So you could have your Battle Roar Kong and your Godzilla like this. And that's how you display them. I get it now. I guess that's... To be honest, that's probably what I would end up doing with them, to be fair. Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, I don't really get what they were going with for the overall design. Same with the paint job. It's kind of sloppy. Yeah, I'm just not super sold on this. But anyways, its arm can go pretty much all the way around. Can the other one do the same? Oh yeah. Legs can only go a little bit forward and back. Well, you get some rotation at the feet though. That's cool. Nothing at the hands though. And then the tail is on a ball joint. So you go side to side, get it to go all the way around, and a bit of wiggle to it. Alright, some good comparisons here. We have the Battle Roar Godzilla compared next to some other Playmates Godzilla vs. Kong figures with the Battle Roar Kong, who doesn't like to stand, and the Playmates Kong, the jet fighter version. Here's next to some Bandai vinyls with the Godzilla vs. Kong from the Movie Monster series line and the 1975 Godzilla. Here's next to some other Playmates Godzilla figures with Shin Godzilla and Burning Godzilla. And here's some random Godzilla figures in my collection. Well, sort of random ones, the Playmates with the Mega Godzilla and the, from Godzilla vs. Kong anyways, and the SH Monster Arts GMK. Here for some random anime figure comparisons. Here he is next to the SH Figure Arts Raccoon from Dragon Ball Z and the Taiyo Chizuru from Rent-A-Girlfriend, the bunny version. So overall for the Playmates Battle Roar Godzilla, this thing's kind of poopy. I'm not gonna lie. The Kong, I think, had like a little bit of charm with it, but it kind of has the same issues where the limited posability definitely really hinders your options in terms of play with the guy. So outside of the gimmick, there isn't really a whole heck of a lot else you're going to be really doing with the thing. Then there's like the pose kind of sucks to begin with. Like at least the Kong kind of has like that, like he's roaring, like he's beating his chest when he's roaring. So it kind of matches what the toy's trying to do. Well, this is just like Godzilla's looking in the sky and his mouth opens up. But when thinking of a versus line, you want your monsters to be able to yell at each other. Not one's yelling at the one, and the other one's kind of just yelling in the sky aimlessly. And for me, that's kind of the biggest killer for this, and that's not even getting into the wonky paint job, the weird plastic choices, the posability. Like, I think for $15, you're better off just saving a little bit of money and just getting one of the smaller Playmates, or spending a little bit more money and just getting one of the Megas. Because for kids, there's just a lot more variety and posability with the smaller figures. And then for adult collectors, you just get more bang for your buck out of the much larger Mega figures. So now having both of these guys done, I definitely feel like these are easily the worst Playmate Godzilla vs. Kong figures we've gotten out of the set. But what do you guys think? If you guys picked up this Battle Roar Godzilla, what's your favorite Playmates Godzilla figure? Or is Shogun Warrior just more your thing? Please let us know in the comments. We also have an Instagram page on Pinterest, Facebook. Guys like to give what they do, what you know, donate. We greatly appreciate it. And help us defeat those kaijus by hitting the like button, subscribe, and come arrange today. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.